I'm going to talk to all of you about something that has upset me for a while now. And since I don't really have anyone else to vent to in my real life, I will vent to you via the internet because on YouTube you can do that, and it doesn't really matter to me if anyone even watches this video. It's just a rant video. I have a big problem with American politics right now. And yes, for those of you wondering, that's where I live. I live in Washington. This is my room you're seeing. This is my fan. Some of my decorations. Anyway, I am just incredibly upset over the results of the newest presidential election. I didn't really like either candidate, but I didn't really want Trump to win, and I didn't expect him to win. I wanted Hillary to win. A lot of people voted for her. She won the popular vote. And because of the wonderfully messed up, screwed up American political system and the Electoral College thing, Hillary did not win, although she got the popular vote. And now we have Trump running the nation for the next 4 years. And if that's not a sign that the world is going to absolute shit, I don't know what is. We're doomed for the we're doomed. We're in for the apocalypse, people. Start stockpiling food now. Find your local nuclear bunker and get comfortable. It really upsets me that in a nation that claims to stand for the freedom and values of everyone, we have someone like Trump winning the presidency. It's not fair. It's not right. It really pisses me off. I mean, he's offended almost every minority in America. He's offended women. He's offended the gay people. He's offended African American people. He's offended immigrants. He's offended Latinos. He's offended pretty much anyone there is. And I thought, foolishly, I believed that much of our country would be smart enough not to vote for someone that is clearly the reincarnation of Hitler himself. And yet he still won. And I don't know, I just don't know what to think anymore. I don't trust this country anymore. I am no longer proud to be an American citizen. This isn't America anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's not. It's certainly not the America I used to think I lived in. It's not a land that cares about anyone as people. You're not a person if you live in America. And it's sad. You're only a person in America if you meet certain social criteria and certain ethnic criteria. If you're white, if you're slightly above middle class, if you have enough money, if you're pretty, if you're straight, you're a person. But if you happen to be anything other than those things, then congratulations. You're not a person anymore, and you're not wanted in our country. And that is a terrible thing. How can we advocate ourselves as the land of opportunity and the land of the free if we're so discriminatory against practically 90% of our population? It's horrible. I mean, I don't know what to think anymore. It's awful. I think I'm a pretty open-minded person. I tend to judge people based on how they treat me, not based on what their belief systems are, or where they come from, or who they necessarily are as a person. I don't care what your sexual orientation is. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care how much money you have. If you're nice to me, then I like you and I will accept you. And you will be part of my community. But it doesn't seem like the rest of America works that way, and that's the logical way to work, isn't it? Isn't that the way we would like our society to be? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. I think America as a country started out broken, and we've just gotten more broken as things went on. We've gotten better in some respects, but not all of them. And it bothers me to think that we wouldn't elect someone like Bernie Sanders who wanted to better America, truly, for everyone. And instead we chose two candidates who only wanted to better it for the people they care about. Shouldn't we elect a president who cares about all of us as people? Shouldn't we? Isn't that what we should all want? I don't understand. It's strange to me. I thought most of America was full of intelligent people who had a brain in their head larger than perhaps two brain cells to rub together. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be the case, and I don't know what to do anymore. I could be living next to someone who voted for Trump, and that's frightening. I mean, I'm a good person. I am. I tend to think I'm a good person. I donate to charities when I can. I'm not overly mean to anyone unless they've done something to wrong me. I try to be open-minded. I try to be accepting. I help my friends out when I can. I try to be a kind and caring person. I really do. But a president was recently elected here who doesn't care for me as a person simply because of my sexual orientation. I'm gay. Well, not really gay, but I'm a member of the queer community. I'm biromantic, which means I like boys and girls, and I'm asexual. And Trump doesn't think people of that social criteria, he doesn't think people who identify that way are people. And that is terrifying to think that we've elected someone like that to run our country and make decisions that affect everyone on a wide scale. It really boggles my mind that we could have elected someone like that. I mean, there were people who supported Hitler and thought he was pretty cool, and look at what happened. I don't want that to become what America is. And unfortunately, it's seeming to head in that direction. And the frightening thing, the truly terrifying thing about all of this is you don't know how many safe places there are. For all you know, your neighbor, your mom, your best friend could have voted for a truly despicable human being. It's I don't know, man. Did reality break? Am I living in a horror movie? Please, tell me that's what this is. Like, because if I'm in a horror movie, then I have a slightly decent chance of surviving. Maybe. If it's one of the decent horror movies and not a cliche horror movie, where everybody dies in the first 5 minutes if they're part of a minority. You know those ones. Everybody's seen one of those ones. The funny guy goes first, and then it's the ethnic minority, and then it's the one queer kid, or the blonde one, or the stupid one. You know, things like that. If reality is broken and I'm actually in a horror movie, then I would be okay with that. Because that's what this seems to be. But at least, if this is real, I now have the answer to the question of how America got to the point society was at in the Hunger Games universe. Now we know how America came to be Panem. Now we know. It's because Trump was elected and people like him got to power. I can see him organizing something like that. I mean, can't we all? I don't know what to think anymore. I'm just, honestly, quite scared. But I'm not gonna take this lying down. If things start going downhill in the next 4 years, which I'm sure they will, based on Trump's past experience, past activities, I have no doubt things will go badly. Things will go to hell pretty quickly in this country, and you know what? I'm going to do what I can to survive and to keep the people closest to me also surviving. So we might all soon be living in a post-apocalyptic future, but you know what? If you've seen enough scary movies, you'll be okay. Just don't make dumb mistakes. Stockpile food, make sure you have adequate transportation, medical supplies. Probably look up some first aid, try to get a medical degree if you can. Maybe not, that's a lot of school. But make sure you at least know basic first aid. Learn wilderness survival skills. Make sure to have at least a few weapons around you that are not likely to be taken from you anytime soon. Blunt instruments. Yes, things you can bludgeon people with. Learn basic hand-to-hand combat. Maybe try parkour. It will help you escape from the Trump supporters. We all know who's going to be the bad guy in this movie. It's the Trump supporters. It's us versus them, unfortunately. But you know what? I don't intend to lose. So, just stick together, please. Support each other and be there for people who need it right now. There are a lot of people who are very frightened by this presidency, and we all have good reason to be. So please, please try to be there for the people who need your support, and don't forget the little guy. And above all, try to have faith and do everything you can to spite Trump and survive. Because that's what he wants. He doesn't want you to survive. He doesn't want you in his America. But you know what? This isn't Trump's America. It's not. It can be an ideal country if we all try to make it one. I believe that. So let's try to make things better for everyone, and not just better for rich white guys. Because I am sick and tired of people like Trump succeeding and dehumanizing other people. It's awful. So let's try to change things and make things better. Please. Let's all try to get through the next 4 years together and maybe come out of it a stronger and smarter nation. Learn from the past mistakes. Don't let him get to the level of power that Hitler achieved. Alright. I wish you all the best of luck. This is Luna Scarlet, signing off.